I'm Rich Flair reporting for ESPN New Hampshire Friday Night Lights. I'm here with Merrimack star Eric Gendron. Eric, how do you explain the transition from last year? You were kind of the third wheel behind your brother and Dimitri Flores. This year you stepped right into the spotlight and you flourished in the role. You really embraced it. Just explain the difference between last year being the third man and this year stepping into the lead role.
Well, last year there wasn't as much expected from me, but I mean, winning that championship coming in this year, everybody was kind of down on us, losing all of our players, a lot of seniors. Dimitri was gone, and I just like to prove that is wrong, and I just took the role of being the star. And I mean, I've gotten plenty of help from my teammates. Don't get me wrong, and they've been great, and we've been able to pull some big wins out and had a good record.
You're currently leading Division I in points per game at 19.5 per. What can explain that? I mean, did you expect to step into this year and lead Division I in scoring this far into the season?
Nah, I didn't expect it. I mean, I can't do it without the coach and my teammates, and I mean, I like to get my points in the flow. It's not like I'm out there trying to do everything myself and whatnot. I mean, I stay within the offense, and I just try to, I mean, there's a couple nights ago I had 1 point. I mean, I just would try to do what I do to get the team a win, and try to score at like 30 every night. I just try to do me.
Explain your approach to the game this year. I'm sure it's obviously much different from last year. You're going to get the other team's defensive best guy on you each nightly basis. Do you approach these games any differently than you did last year, or just the same approach, just like you said, going with the flow of the game?
I think it depends on each night. I mean, what team we're playing. I mean, last year I wasn't getting defended by the best player, like you just said. It was usually Dimitri took on that, which left me open a lot. I mean, he was a great player. He'd draw some attention from the defense, and they'd leave me open for open shots, and I'd knock it down. And this year, it's more of me coming off the dribble, me bringing it up. I mean, even now we still got friends, and he helps me take something off my shoulders, and we can. He's a point guard, so I mean, it takes a lot off me having to bring the ball up every time. But I mean, I don't think it's too much different. I mean, I just like to come in every night thinking we're gonna win, and I try to do what I can to help the team win.
Explain this team versus last year's team. Last year you guys, of course, had your brother Dimitri, yourself. This year, there's really not a lot of headliners on the team. Austin Franton, the sophomore point guard, has stepped up a little bit. You got Brad, Jerry, and Connor Whalen. Explain this team versus last year, because this team, I mean, you guys were a team last year, but this team, I mean, I watched you guys play against Trinity. You guys seem to all be a cohesive unit working as one. Just explain the differences between this year's team and last year's.
Well, last year we had a lot of star power, as you said. I mean, last year we would come into games, I mean, against teams that were less superior to us, and it would almost be like we would like come out there and play, and we'd be with them, we'd beat them. But this year we got to come in every game with a battle. I mean, every team is good in my opinion. Any team can give you a loss any night if you come to play. I mean, last year it wasn't so much that. I mean, you still got to come and play, but I mean, we were clearly like superior with skill. But this year it's not how it is.
Speaking of Dimitri, he's up at Vermont Academy. Does he ever call you trying to get you, lure you up to Vermont?
Nah, he hasn't called me, but his mom sometimes says something to me at school and wants me to try to get up there and play for prep, but I don't know.
I think all the two of you would be great to play together again, huh?
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Speaking of big games and teams that can beat you, tomorrow, huge game against Manchester Memorial. Very athletic. They like to run, get out in transition. What are the challenges that Memorial will present to you tomorrow night?
I think they're going to present a lot of mismatches with us. I mean, we're here right now preparing for them, and I think if we run our offense and play strong defense, we've been preaching good defense all year and we've had it. I think if we run our stuff, execute, we can get some points and we can stop them on defense. I think we'll be all right.
That's Eric Gendron, Merrimack junior forward, leading Division I in scoring at 19.5 games. Merrimack currently has won 9 out of 10 and 7 in a row. This is Rich Flair reporting live for ESPN New Hampshire. All right, man.